Hey everyone, Nicholas here and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so in this video, I just wanted to talk about why I started this new series which is called What I Learned From, where I talk about the key points that I learned from a book that I just finished reading. So yeah, I just wanted to share why I started this video. So yeah, I think because I did mention, okay, basically I only shoot one of the videos already, but I haven't edited it yet, but I did mention that I will explain the reason why I started that series. So yeah, so here it is. This is the video. Actually, the reason is nothing but it's just that I learned that when you are reading a book, right, or you're learning a new concept, you actually learn even better if you are actually teaching it to people. If you're explaining to other people, you actually get to learn more while you're explaining to others. So that's the main motivation on why I started this series on what I learned from, which is basically talking about the key points that I wanted to share from the book that I read recently. So yeah, that's actually the main reason. So it's basically just like, whenever I felt, so whenever you're trying to teach somebody a new concept, especially like right now, let's say during my courses or my TAing, when I'm doing my work as a teaching assistant, so I do feel like whenever I try to explain something, it does improve my understanding significantly. So that is actually the main reason on why I started this series, and partly also because I recently see quite a number of videos whereby people are doing videos on summary, like summary of a book or discussion about the books, things like that. So those videos actually inspires me that, oh, actually I can make such video as well. So long story short, actually starting from last year, I started reading books. I've been reading books for quite some time, but it was never really a consistent effort. It's more like, oh, when I feel like reading book, then I read book. When I don't feel like reading book, then I don't read book. So maybe in a year I read like 2 or 3 books only previously. So starting last year around May, I started to think that, oh, maybe I should be reading more books. So I started to read books every single night. Not every single night, like from Monday to Friday at night, or 1 hour before sleep. I try to be consistent every single night to read 1 hour before sleep every night from Monday to Friday, any book. So I try to pick a book and then I try to finish it and keep on continuing. So ever since that, I'm glad I've managed to do so, and I've been reading quite a number of books. And then I stumbled upon quite a number of videos that I mentioned just now, which is like people talking about the key points that they learn from a particular book, and some discussion videos. And then I thought to myself, well, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I think I should do such video as well to sort of like help me understand the content that I read even better. Because like I mentioned just now, when you actually start to explain to people the concepts that you learn, you actually get to learn more. You actually understand the concepts even better. So that was my main motivation on why I started this series. And yeah, I'm quite grateful that I've been able to be reading consistently. I think at least 1 book a month, and it's actually increased. It's actually slightly more than 1 book a month already, and right now I'm trying to actually aim for 2 books a month, to finish 2 books in a month. So hopefully, okay, I just started like since last month, around or since February, which is like 2 months ago. So I try to aim for like 2 books per month, and I've managed to do it for this couple of months. So I hope that I can continue doing so, like 2 books per month, and slowly increase it later on if it's possible. So yeah, it is. So that was the main reason. Another reason is obviously I wanted to try to improve my pronunciation, because I noticed, I feel like my English can obviously be better. I think obviously you guys think so as well. Like the way I talk English, the way I talk about something is not as clear yet. Sometimes my pronunciation is a bit off. Sometimes the word choice that I use is a bit inaccurate, or sometimes I'm at loss for word. I can't really think of a proper word to describe a certain thing. And my vocabulary is sort of limited. So I think by doing this kind of video, I hope it could also help me to improve my English to be even better, sort of. So yeah, that is the main reason. And another thing that I want to talk about is that why I'm actually doing just the key points and not just do like the summary. Because if you notice, right, most of the videos out there, they are mainly about like the summary of a book, but whereas for my series, I don't really want to make it into summary. I just wanted to share the points that I find most relevant, or I find most insightful, or I find more interesting, or the one that I think is very interesting for us to share about or to talk about lah. So, but they aren't necessarily a summary of the book, because they could be coming from the same places, they could be coming from random places, and by no means they are summary lah. So these series are not about summaries, it's just the points that I wanted to share from the book that I read recently. And why I don't want to make it a summary, first reason is that obviously I'm lazy, because if to be very honest, I'm lazy to do the summary, because if you're making a summary, you need to make sure the points that you raise are representative of that book itself, or what the book is trying to deliver in general. And it requires more effort lah, obviously, like if you want to do a summary lah. So that's why I think that it might be more interesting for me to just point out the points that I wanted to share, the one that I will find interesting, and it's also less effort on that particular aspect. And another reason is that I also feel like there are already a lot of videos out there doing book summaries, so I don't see a point for me to make another one of such video anymore lah. So yeah, so I guess that's the main reason why I started that series lah. And yeah, I do hope that series can continue, not like my other series, which is the podcast one, and I just did three of the podcasts, and I no longer continue doing it. Okay, maybe I'll start doing the podcasting again later if I thought of anything, but sometimes I don't really see the point of continuing the podcast lah, because right now, like my YouTube videos, I'm also doing like talking vlogs on it, like, it's not much different from the podcast itself. Or maybe I'll just convert the audio and put it in the podcast, so that if people don't want to stream it from YouTube, they can just stream the audio from, let's say, Spotify, so it's also easier. So maybe that's what I would do. I would just convert my YouTube vlogs, the one that I'm just talking, into the podcast itself. So yeah, I think that should be it. There's actually not much of the reason I wanted to talk about. And yeah, I do hope that this series can continue, because I hope that it could help me to understand the book concept better. I hope that it could help me to practice my English better. I hope that it could help my pronunciation even better. And yeah, I hope that I could continue reading a lot more books, because it's not only that it is useful, not only that it gives you more insights, not only that you get to learn more new things, but it also, by reading books, it's also actually quite fun, and once you get used to it. So yeah, I hope this can continue for quite some time lah. And yeah, I guess that's about it. And yeah, that should be it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.